everyone, and welcome to another round of 12 News Weekend. I'm Kariba Devine. Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley. That is why each week we'll rewind the tape to show you some of our very best stories. Some will make you laugh, some will make you cry, and some will just make you feel good. This is 12 News Weekend.
Developing tonight, President Trump's pledge to deport millions of undocumented immigrants is sending a strong message to many immigrant communities. And we've seen roundup operations in other cities. And there are a lot of rumors about raids going on here in Arizona. But so far, there's been no confirmation of any stepped up enforcement in the Valley. That hasn't stopped the misinformation from spreading, though. 12 News journalist Brenda Lipinski tonight with how community members are handling the threat of deportations.
Actually, in these past 2 weeks, it's been very active. We've been getting a lot of calls, text messages about different possible raids.
Melina Arellano says false reports of raids in the Valley have infused fear.
A lot of uncertainty, right? Like, what is next? What's going to happen?
She works for Puente, a community organization providing resources to the immigrant community.
So here we have updates of executive orders.
They've launched a hotline to report and alert people of any ICE raids taking place in the Valley.
They call in, report if they see any ICE raidings in their communities, and really to spread out the word so our community is safe. Make sure a lot of our community does not get deported. So just keeping them safe is our number one priority.
Just moments after being sworn in, President Trump vowed to carry out the mass deportations he promised during the campaign.
The worst part is that we don't know who they're going to detain. We are all at risk, regardless if we are criminals or not.
This woman, who's lived in the U.S. nearly 30 years without documentation, says she's changed up her routine this week.
Like today, I wanted to go to the store, but now I'm not going to go out anymore because I don't want to go out anymore.
What options do we have, or what are we going to do about it, or how that's going to impact everyone?
Karen Mireles is another Valley resident who says even though she's a citizen, she fears raids and threat of deportation.
Like me as a parent, do I feel safe taking my kid to school? Do I feel safe that they're going to protect our children?
For now, no one knows if raids will happen in the Valley, but Puente says they'll be ready if it happens.
We are going to take care of each other.
Arellano says if they are alerted of a raid, one of their members will go, serve as a witness, and offer any help that they can. Brenda Lipinski, 12 News.
Brenda, thank you. Meantime, today the Trump administration did launch immigration enforcement in Chicago. The operation included several federal agencies, DEA, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, ATF, FBI. In a statement, ICE confirmed, quote, enhanced targeted operations today in Chicago. They said the goal of the operation is to enforce immigration law and preserve public safety, fulfilling campaign promises of President Trump.
All right, this morning we are rediscovering Arizona, and we're going back in time, the era of the DVD. Do you remember that?
I don't know. I'm really triggered by the way that you're saying that. Back in time.
Only a few years back.
Come on. In a world where streaming is king, we're going to the last surviving movie rental store in the Valley. 12 News journalist Crystal Long takes us to Superstar Video.
Get the popcorn poppin'. We're in Glendale to rent movies the OG way. From the classics to new releases to movies you can't even find on streaming.
Take your time, browse around. My name's Matt Mason, and this is my shop, Superstar Video. I've been working here 30 years. The store's actually older than I am. This is our 46th year, family owned.
When I walked in, I saw row after row after row, ceiling to floor of movies. How much is in your inventory?
We'll go 100,000 plus. I mean, obviously there's duplicates, but you're gonna find stuff here that you're just not gonna find anywhere else. I like to think of ourselves as a library, actually.
In a world where streaming is king, how did Superstar Video survive?
There's so many decades of history of movies that you're just unaware of until you step in a place like this. Renting a movie is more of an event. You bring your family here, you all get to pick a movie. It's not the mundane of picking a movie from streams. And most of the time it's what's new and what they want you to see. You can't ask Netflix a question. You can just come ask me for your movie and I'll find it for you. Cause I catalog them, I put them away, I know where everything is. And even if you don't know what the movie is called, I'm gonna find your movie. And if I don't have it, I'll track it down.
Oh, I was looking for this. And if you find a movie you really love, you could also buy it.
Bronx Tale gets asked for a lot. Drop Dead Fred gets asked for a lot. And movies don't have to be old to be hard to get. This is a movie just from, we'll just say 5 years ago, Ready or Not. This is a movie you can't stream anywhere and is already a rare movie.
Why are you passionate about keeping those doors open?
One, I love to collect these movies. And two, I love the interaction with other movie fans. Thank you, we'll see ya. That come in looking for a movie, and whether you want to talk about a movie or you're looking for that hard to find movie, it's something you just don't get in everyday life.
So do the right thing and get your nostalgia fix by taking the family on a joyride to Superstar Video, a wonderland of movies. You'll find the rental you want, and oh, he's got games too. And don't forget the deal. 4 for specials and 99-cent Super Mondays. In Glendale, Crystal Long, 12 News.
Okay, on this Money Saving Monday, all this month, we have been helping you get a tighter grip on your finances to start 2025 strong. From getting out of holiday debt to setting your financial goals to avoiding some of the most common fraud scams. And today, we're going to help you financially declutter. What do we mean by that? Financial expert Angelica Prescott is here to explain. Okay, I love this segment because it is tangible, it is nitty gritty. We're actually going to help you, know, get a grip on this, and we're going to trim that finance fat.
We've got action items.
Action items. Okay, and you've got 4 really great ways. So we're going to start off with decluttering subscriptions. Those add up.
Yes, they do. And you won't pay attention, but a $10 over and over that ends up being $120 a month that you could be putting towards an emergency fund. So look at subscriptions, even gym memberships. Do you really go to 3 gyms?
Oh,
sometimes we forget.
I'm lucky with 1.
Hey,
anyways,
right. So checking exactly where your money's going. Look at your statement. I know it's paper, that's old school, but look at it even online on your apps and cut those things down to exactly what you're really using.
You know, you talked about paper. I have to say, you know, I switched over to online. That gets a little dangerous.
Oh, you don't
because
see
it will just
out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind, and then you're like, whoa, look at that monthly bill at the end of that.
Absolutely, and right now, you guys just mentioned it. You can see 12 Plus on Roku, Fire Stick. Some people are doing that, and also a cable company. Maybe we can look at how we're watching Channel 12 and do it more efficiently too.
You also talk about redirecting savings to more of a goal or emergency fund as well.
Because what you're saving from doing all those subscriptions and analyzing what you need, now you have that extra money. We can do an emergency fund. We can do a little college account for our kids. You know, we've been talking about these things. This is where we can find that money that can work for you.
Yeah, that college it needs to start when they're in the womb, right?
Yes, but even if they're 12 years old, we can still do something, because now college accounts, if held for 15 years, can turn into Roth accounts for those kids. That's 100% tax-free. They'll love you a lot for doing that.
Yeah, it's not
never
too
late.
Speaking of accounts, another big way is streamlining those banking accounts.
Remember when they were paying 5% interest in money market accounts and there are virtual banks out there? A lot of people have these accounts they were not even paying attention to. So look at where your accounts are. Consolidate. Look at credit unions. Maybe they pay you more interest than other banks do. But make sure your money's working for you. Declutter these accounts.
Yeah, no kidding. They can add up. Okay, you also talk about organizing debt repayments. That's a biggie, because if you are swimming in debt in multiple venues, right? It's kind of like, where do we begin?
Let's face the debt.
Yeah.
List them all out, from home to card, credit cards, etc. And once you're able to do that, prioritize the payments. Look at it under the snowball effect, which is paying the smallest balance first, or avalanche, where you look at which one's charging the most interest and attacking that first.
Okay, so what do you recommend, though? The avalanche or the snowball?
It really depends on whether you want immediate gratification. If you want that, yes, I did it, do the snowball effect, because you handle the small ones. Right. And you keep winning. If you want to know that you're saving more money for your bank, do the avalanche, because those are the ones that are charging the most interest. And you want to cut those down first. So it depends on what makes you feel good and makes you attach to the activity.
So maybe the avalanche are like the credit cards. And like maybe
that's
student loans,
39. Well, student loans might be just 7%. Credit cards would be $39.99.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe we hit those first. But if that makes you feel good, that's what we want to do. If you just want to get rid of things and feel good, then do whatever triggers you to keep doing this.
Got it. I like that. Okay. Finally, you say clean up insurance policies.
People have insurance policies that they had from being kids that their parents had for them. Look at your life insurance. Look at your health insurance. Look at what you have for the house, car insurance. See if bundling can help you out. find discounts because they want customers and they want customers to stick. So even if you let your current providers know, hey, I'm looking around, they may all of a sudden have a reason to give you about the discounts that they have currently taking place. So take advantage of assessing that. Don't let your money leave you for no good reason. Pay attention to those details.
And you know, it's really hard right now with all the natural disasters happening. I'll tell you what, the home insurance policies, they have skyrocketed.
Absolutely, especially when you're in certain zones that have a history of something taking place. There's certain areas in our country that right now to get insurance reviewed, it might be a different number, but the key thing is you want to make sure that you're getting whatever discounts are available while you still get the coverage that you need.
Okay, good stuff. As always, Angelica, thank you so much. Great tips, and you always do. Troy, over to you.
Well, new at 5, bird watchers from around the country are flocking to Arizona to witness something remarkable. Nearly 40,000 sandhill cranes are spending their winter in southeastern Arizona and creating a spectacle each day. 12 News journalist Kyle Simchuk reports.
18 degrees at dawn when the commotion begins. In the icy waters of the Whitewater Draw Wildlife Area, thousands of sandhill cranes are stretching their necks, and they have an audience.
We are here to see the sandhill cranes. We came from Seattle to see them.
The cranes turn this former cattle field into their own winter sanctuary between September and March.
Come down here for the winter, they hang out, and all us geeky people around here with cameras come and see them.
They stand in the cold water to avoid predators, and each morning, the birds take off. It's the moment these photographers are here for. Well, these sandhill cranes waste no daylight. It's 22 degrees out, the sun just came up over the mountains, and most of them are already gone. They'll spend the entire day searching for food, then return here after the sun goes down for another spectacular show.
Most of those cranes spend the summer in the Rocky Mountain states, Wyoming, Colorado, and so forth. But some, the lesser, the smaller of the birds, can fly all the way to Siberia. We know because we've attached a radio collar to them and track their movement.
Mark Hart with Arizona Game and Fish says nearly 40,000 sandhill cranes migrated to Arizona this season. 12,000 of them are roosting at Whitewater Draw. Hunting is not allowed here, but the cranes can be shot in other areas.
The bag limit is 3, and given how many we have, we don't think that makes a significant dent in the population in any given year. I dare say they wouldn't be huntable if it couldn't be sustainable.
Some hunters even describe the sandhill crane as being the ribeye of the sky for their steak-like taste.
But I have heard from a number of people that tell me they taste really good.
Here comes another set.
Kim Berry is only armed with a camera.
I've probably got 2,000-3,000 pictures of cranes, and I get rid of the old one.
As the sun sets and a full moon rises,
here it comes. Here comes that moon.
The cranes return from a long day of eating. They fill the sky in all directions. Photographers like Barry enjoying every moment until the cranes head north again in March.
It's just beautiful. It's a gift out here.
In McNeil, Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.
It really is beautiful, but I'd rather look at them and not eat them.
I know, I was going to say, when we said ribeye of the sky, I thought this was something good, and then I was like, oh no, they're eating them.
Yeah, if that's your cup of tea. But by the way, this was in actually McNeil, because we were like, where is this? It's so fascinating in case people want to go. It's about 3.5 hours away from Phoenix in Cochise County. So have at it. Enjoy the sights. Beautiful.
How disciplined are you with your daily exercise routine? Can you go weeks without taking a day off? What about months?
Well, an Arizona man who is also the official historian of Phoenix Mayor's office is marking 45 years today of taking a daily run without ever taking a day off. As Joe Dana tells us, not even sickness or surgeries stop him.
Every day when I wake up, I think, well, okay, well, when am I going to run?
He runs right past even the best excuses.
COVID, hernia surgery, none of those have stopped you from your half hour a day.
No, I mean, I've gone pretty slow on those days for sure.
For 73-year-old Steve Schumacher, Tuesday marks a new milestone.
He has run consecutively every day at least 3 or 4 miles for guess how long?
I'm going to say 4 years.
Today is his 45th year officially.
Every single day. Wow, better man than me. Well done, sir. Keep up the good work.
45 years is 16,437 days, amounting to a distance of roughly 2.5 times around the Earth.
What got you into running?
Competition with another guy,
That's
a guy thing.
First marathon I ever ran, December of 1978.
I've been lucky. I've run races of all distances, probably 400 of them. My knee acted up once, but other than that.
Steve's streak is likely very rare. Although he's not a member, there is an international organization that tracks running streaks across the world. Only a handful have reached 45 years.
Schumacher goes through a pair of running shoes about every 8 months. One shoe he saved, worn the time he suffered a stroke.
That was really the closest I came, probably physically, to not being able to keep going. There will be a day, most likely, I think, that I'll miss a day.
Off the sidewalk, Schumacher runs through history.
We're talking about 36th Street and the train tracks.
Giving speeches to audiences as the mayor's official historian.
You can see they put a saloon and a little eating place.
His research includes taking runs through historic sites. He treasures this spot most, an old canal ditch in East Phoenix built in 1872. Not much to look at, but it tells our story.
Phoenix began with water, with Jack Swilling digging a ditch, bringing water from the Salt River, growing crops, selling them. Water has always been an issue, and it still is an issue today.
Very inspiring.
Thank you.
Well done.
A city and its historian keep pushing forward.
Every day I can say that I accomplished something that is good for me.
In Phoenix, Joe Dana, 12 News.
She liked hiking and outdoor activities, and I think skydiving fell into line with what she liked doing.
Over the weekend, Jeff Willis got news from his niece.
She was trying to let me know. I couldn't really make out what she was saying. She was really having a hard time talking at all, but I obviously got the gist of it.
She told him that her mom, his younger sister Anne, had tragically died while skydiving.
That was a tough moment. It really didn't sink in until later. At the end of the day, we're just trying to cope with it. You know, it's more sinking in now more than it was, you know, on that time.
Officials in Arizona say witnesses reported seeing her chute release, but then it started to turn.
There was an equipment failure of some sort. Her chute got tangled, and she was not able to release the chute to get her emergency chute on. There were paramedics right there. They happened to be training in the area, and they were immediately with her, but they couldn't save her.
This wasn't Anne's first trip skydiving. She was with the same group that she went with last year. She found skydiving as an outlet.
She's had a lot of trauma in her life. In her college years, she was in a fairly major car accident, broke her pelvis, was told she couldn't have children. She ended up getting married and having 2 children. Then she had breast cancer. That was really a traumatic experience for her. All that being said, she was a thrill seeker, I guess you could say, but just a very genuine person.
Anne was a daughter, sister, friend, and mother of 2.
You want it to be a bad dream, but it's not. And then you realize that it's not a dream, and then you're crying because you realize it's real.
How much time is left for TikTok after President Donald Trump's executive order to delay the ban? Well, the answer isn't clear, and it's leaving users of the popular social media app in limbo. 12 News journalist Troy Lynch spoke with a local rancher who uses TikTok about how his business could be affected if the app stays or goes.
You can see them when they come up, all of a sudden they'll get this sparkle in their eye and be fixed on you, and you'll be like, oh, they saw me on TikTok.
Here at Amadio Ranch in Levine Village, every week, Eric Amadio makes about 300 to 400 pies, but he also makes about 5 to 6 TikToks a week to advertise his ranch.
No, it's been a huge part of the growth here. It's been vital to what we do. All the social media platforms have been.
Eric and his wife bought the property in 2009, started the ranch in 2012, but it wasn't until the pandemic when he took his ranch to TikTok, and it blew up.
That was completely random.
Already known for their fresh pies, Eric became well known after one of his videos got millions of views, helping him reach over 100,000 followers and customers to reach him, like Irma's daughter, who told her about Amadio Ranch.
Well, she's always on TikTok. Yeah, she tells me about different places. Like, hey, have you went over here? No, I haven't. But yeah, she says, yeah, Amadio Ranch.
Hey everybody, have you had our new blueberry crumble bread? TikTok's been a big part of the growth of the farm.
How much has it helped it grow?
Oh gosh, it's hard to quantify.
But now TikTok's future is uncertain, and Eric believes it could hurt business.
Any kind of exposure that goes away for us is just another tool that we don't have.
Even food trucks that come to his ranch have their TikTok account on the side of their trailer.
It's pretty big for us because that's how people hear about us, from one person posting it to their cousin or their mom seeing it, and then they're calling us for grad parties, weddings.
However, even if it might hurt if the popular app goes away, Eric says he has a mixed reaction and understands why it might have to go.
If they do go away, we'll survive. I think somebody else will come in to replace it, but you know, it's gonna hurt in the short term.
In Levine Village, Troy Lynch, 12 News.
Welcome back. In your health news tonight, a recent announcement out of ASU has the medical community buzzing.
Researchers announced that they found a common virus that most of us are exposed to at some point in our lives is linked to up to 45% of Alzheimer's patients tested. Joe Dana tells us what this could mean for prevention and treatment of dementia.
It's a major breakthrough for researchers here at ASU, identifying a common virus found in the gut that has a link with Alzheimer's disease.
Mother Nature hides her secrets very well.
Neuroscientist Diego Mastrioni believes he's unlocked one of those secrets.
Every single one of these nuclei that you see, those are all positive with the virus.
Mastrioni and his colleague at the ASU Banner Neurodegenerative Research Center publishing a potentially game-changing discovery in the Journal of the Alzheimer's Association.
That must have been pretty exciting.
It was a thrill. Yeah, absolutely. It still is.
Their research claims a type of herpes virus, one not associated with sexual activity and very common in adults, is associated with Alzheimer's disease in 25 to 45% of Alzheimer's patients.
We always thought that Alzheimer's disease, or a lot of these neurodegenerative diseases, are brain diseases first, but now we're starting to figure out that maybe other organs might be just as important as the brain.
Researchers analyzed brain and gut tissues of 100 deceased men and women, most with Alzheimer's disease.
So this particular person in 2014 donated their body.
They show the infection travels from the gut to the brain, and there are signs it contributes to the plaques found in Alzheimer's disease patients.
The virus could be twisting kind of normal biology in an Alzheimer's-like direction.
The discovery means existing medications to treat the virus could be used in the future for Alzheimer's prevention.
We're interested in setting up a clinical trial to look at this question.
So do you know how old this woman was?
Yeah, she was 98.
The brain of this patient is healthy. More people will have a chance to age the way this patient did if follow-up studies support this potentially groundbreaking finding.
How does it feel?
A little heavier than I would have expected.
Well, you know, we call it the 5-pound universe.
There's an immediate takeaway here as well. It's more evidence that a healthy gut, largely impacted by what we eat, has a connection to brain health. Joe Dana, 12 News.
Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, you can catch 12 News Weekend on Saturdays and Sundays on our YouTube channel and our streaming app, 12 News Plus. I'm Kariba Devine. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend.